Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit, coming to you from a secret underground headquarters somewhere on top of Mount Hood in the Cascade Range in Central Oregon. There you'll find me, shivering in my little mountain cave, still underground, still secret, yet still a headquarters. Today I'm bringing to you a deck referred to as 4C Aggro. Now the deal is when I saw it, I thought, 4C? What is 4C? I had no idea what 4C is. And so I had to look it up, and it turns out it stands for 4-color. 4-color, that's what 4C stands for. Which is very interesting because I played a 4-color deck and I tried to figure out what to call it, right? It's not Bant, it's not Jund, it's not Naya, it's not Boros. And I couldn't figure out what people call it, right? It's not, because what's it, the Werberg, that's what you have all 5. But I found this one thing that said, these are what you call the 4Cs, you know, these other names for it, like Witch and something like that. I didn't like those at all. You never see anybody call it. 4C, I like that. 4C is fine. It's not really specific at which of the 5th color is being left out, but 4C is nice, convenient. It feels like a good thing to call it. So 4C, here we go. So anyways, we're playing 4 colors. It looks like those colors are green, white, black, and red. We are not playing blue. Oh, good, because blue can suck it. Let's take a look. We've got, at the low end here, we got Lunarch Veteran. So just to let you know, I think what I saw when we looked in here, life gain. Life gain's the key. Lunarch Veteran says when another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So we're gaining a life. Ollenbock Escort says that it's got vigilance and a 1/1, and you get to sacrifice this card to target creature control, gets with a +1/+1 counter on it. Gains life leak and indestructible at the end of the turn. So I guess we need to put some counters on some stuff. I didn't realize, I thought it could indestructible any creature, but it's got to be something with a counter on it. We got Tamio's Safekeeping, which is like a snakeskin, except for target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible. So it's permanent, not just creature. That's not bad. And you gain 3 life. So that'll keep somebody's grubby little paws off of whatever it is you want to keep alive. We've got the Skyclave Cleric, who is a land. But then, if you feel like it, it could also be a 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Not bad. Thalia, who is the pain in the butt to a lot of people because it makes all their non-creature spells cost 1 extra. And she's got First Strike, meaning she can take out anything with a defense of 2 or less without any damage being done to herself. Voice of the Blessed, who's a 2/2 for 2. And whenever you gain life, you put a +1 counter on Voice of the Blessed. This is why you want to gain life, is for this guy. This guy goes out of control. And as soon as you have 4 counters on this guy, then he has Flying and Vigilance. As soon as you got 10 or more counters on him, which this is just ridiculous, he's got Indestructible. So it's like, that's one thing. When he's, a 12, Flying Vigilant creature, the one thing you need him to be is Indestructible. So anyways, this is what the Escort's going to keep alive, is the Voice of the Blessed. That's what Tamio's Safekeeping's for, is for keeping this guy alive until the point he becomes indestructible. And still also, if someone's going to try to, let's say, bounce him, then Tamio's Safekeeping will help him alive as well. We got the Prosperous Innkeeper, who gives you a treasure when he comes into play, and then anytime a creature comes into play afterwards, you gain a life, which then helps out Voice of the Blessed. Cleric of Life's Bond, whenever another cleric enters the battlefield under control, you gain 1 life, which would then help out Voice of the Blessed. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, put a +1 counter on Cleric of Life's Bond. So therefore, any of these other effects are also going to pump up Cleric of Life's Bond. We got Trelasarra, the Moon Dancer, who's legendary, so only 1 at a time. But whenever you gain life, you put a +1 counter on her, and you get a Scry. So all of these other effects are going to pump up Voice of the Blessed, Cleric of Life's Bond, and the Moon Dancer. Pyre of Heroes, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature and has mana equal to 1+ that of the sacrificed creature's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield and then shuffle. So what do we got here? We've got a Cleric, we've got a Cleric, we got a Cleric, we got not a Cleric, that's a Cleric, that's a Cleric, that's a Cleric. So this is 4C Clericness so far. We've got another Cleric. Yeah. When he comes into play, he gets to tax up some cards in your opponent's hands. And flying through 1 is in your bag. You sacrifice him to the Pyre of Heroes and go get some of these guys that are going to get pumped. Righteous Valkyrie. So this is another cleric, and whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. As long as you have 7 or more life, creatures you control get. So she's a double glorious anthem on top of that. So yeah. So there we go. We've seen this before. This is the cleric deck mixed in with green and apparently red, so that we could do Hofri the Ghostforge. So we'll get there in a second. Let's see what that is when we get here. So this guy, I know he's a super jerk. I always try to kill him whenever I can. Exile is way better because whenever this guy or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. So even in your battlefield is not a good place for your stuff to go because you'll just drag them back. Drag them back screaming from the grave, right back into the thing to start all over again. It's that kind of recursion that makes people hate you. All right, here we go. Hofri the Ghostforge. This is why red is in here, is for this one guy alone. Spirits you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. What is up here? Spirit Cleric. There you go. Any other spirits we're talking about here? Where else do we have a spirit? Spirit. Nowhere. So yeah, it's just for Voice of the Blessed. Okay. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. Well, I don't necessarily want to do that. If you do, create a token. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. And it says, when this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled creature to its owner's graveyard. Oh, okay, screw it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Fantastic. What else we got? We got the guy that disenchants and or takes care of non-basic lands. So it could be a man-land killer. We got a man-land of our own, just one it looks like. We got a bunch of duals to make up for the fact that we got 5 colors in this thing. Don't really need red. Just that one single red is all we need. And if we didn't have it, we have plenty of cards to play otherwise. So this is mostly black, white, green with just a shake of red right over the top just to make it as there's zazz in there. So this is 5C Cleric Aggro. Let's see how this puppy performs. And we're going to play against MiddleAgedMAgic. MiddleAgedMAgic. Okay, so we got red. We got 3 mana. We're looking good. We got a lot of red in here. Let's just keep it. Alright, so I'm going to Lair of the Hydra it. I'd like to get those guys out early if I can. Gosh, should I play the white? Because that's the only white we have. I'm going to do that because I would rather do that. And let's start off with Prosperous Innkeeper, which is going to get us that color, that treasure, which we can then use for the Ghostforge if we need to. I think it's black. We're going to expect some board wipes at some point then. That was my favorite Hobbit. Slilgo. Alright, so there's a white land if I need it. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Because I'm kind of building up to the Ghostforges. Those guys look pretty beef otherwise. And I'm not going to waste that, so we are done. So I have the ability to play these guys on my next turn. Ninjas, huh? What does this guy do? He gets to come at me, bro. Alright, I'll need black at some point in the future, so let's just black up. Auto pay. And I'll need that for another one, so we'll be done. And I need to block stupid Biting Palm Ninja. And so we'll do that. At this point, he is toast until he can kill my Ghostforge. So this is what I'm expecting. He's going to do that. Then he'll attack, and he'll come in, and he'll get rid of my other Ghostforge. There he gone. Okay, so I've got 5 mana. Let's get myself something to do. 1, 2, and let's be done. No attacks, because I have to speed bump all of them to take out the Biting Palm Ninja at this point. Pass to blockers. I don't have anything to do about it, so it's just slaughter time. Alright, so do I need a 5th, or should I save it to destroy something? There's nothing he's got that's going to do it, but I will choke it back for a little bit. What's he going to do now? Whenever in the field you control, leaves a battlefield. So let's start putting things in there going to help me out. 1. And let's 2 it up this way. And I'll escort it. Auto pay. Let's see if we can take care of the Biting Palm again this time. End of turn. Let's show our willingness to be dumb. There it goes again. Ninja control. Yeah, I just need something with a little bit more beef. I need my dudes. I need my other guys to get pumped as I gain life. That'll help. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and play this because otherwise this is going to go, it's going to go away. We'll go ahead and pop that out, gain a little bit of life. I won't be able to block the ninja at this point, or I guess I can. Okay, not anymore. But at least he has nothing to exile out of my hand, so no blocks. I can create 3/3 out of my man land. That's not good. Let's see. Lunarch Veteran. That's not going to help. No attacks in turn. Alright, we are going to put this guy to be a 2. We are going to block Westgate Regent. Hopefully take out the ninja. Alright, there we go. And then cross our fingers our next card draw. I will be able to put out another flying to block the Westgate Regent again. Thing is, I'll be forced to sacrifice, but I really don't have any choice in the matter, so let's just put it out. And we'll play. And at this point we're done. Because I think if he might just sacrifice Enrica, and I can't do anything about that. I draw a card and I lose a life. Alright. It would be really good to have my spirits out, or the Voice of the Blessed, or anything. But yeah, I'm getting shuffled into the peons that don't do anything. Where are they at? I gotta land! I gotta land. No attacks. Problem is all the guys that are the engine for gaining life are now lost because I've had to use them against that stupid ninja. Yep, there we go. Westgate Regent gets to go be awesome, like Westgate Regent gets to be. Tox roll. Oh, sweet googly moogly. There we go. This guy's going to be a slug pretty soon. Yeah, suck it, Null Priest of Oblivion. Be slightly more expensive. What is that? 1560. I'm dead. Dead. That was a great black deck, by the way. That was great. I love the fact that he had all that individual creature removal that was able to totally screw me over our ability to take out that ninja. And the ninja was just ripping my hand apart. You know, I saw the ninja. I'm going to keep talking here, by the way. When I saw that ninja, I thought, oh no, it's a stupid ninja deck. But now I realize how good that ninja is all by himself. By the fact he's able to force that discard on every attack. So I got to say, I'm going to be looking at mono black with that ninja. He's definitely really good. And we're placed against TECKNOMANIA. A crazy technology dude. Alright, so we got a couple of really great guys, some guys to get us where we need to go, and a decent amount of lands. We are keeping it. Now we are playing second, which means we are going to lose. And here we go. Anything slow? Anything we need in particular? Don't really need green at the moment. There's a lot of green going on. I'm going to play white. Oh, no, gosh, thank God. I just saw the Voice of the Blessed, thought I only had 2s going on. Alright, so that could be a white as well, but I'm going to go ahead and play this as a white. We're going to play Voice of the Blessed. And we're going to attack for 1. Right now I'd be pooping my pants if I was him. He's mono white deck. Okay, he's playing Selesnya. He's probably going to play the enchantments is what I'm thinking, but where are they? Celestial Unicorn. Alright, so I can put out my black now, or the green. If I don't play this as a black, I can't play the Hierophant, but he's got a ways to go still. Let's green up. Another Voice of the Blessed and things could get wiped out. Also, they could be space awesome. So let's wait a turn. I'm going to do it this way. We'll put out another one of these dudes. Pump up the Voice of the Blessed. Prosperous Innkeeper. Whip up the Voice of the Awesome. Send it in. And that sucks. Alright, so that sucks, okay. I don't... What am I going to put out otherwise with this? Might as well be another green, right? There we go. I'd poop my pants too. Victory! Alright, we're playing against the Butcher. Hello, the Butcher. I'm Dr. Suckit. Dr. Yukon Suckit. We got 3 mana. Pyre of the Heroes, a couple of Thalias, and a Righteous Valkyrie. Alright, let's do it. Do we have any white? Yeah, we do. Just a little bit right there. And because we don't really care about red that much, we're definitely going to sacrifice it. And we got to get fast. Alright, so what can we do about this? We're going to play up on white, which means Thalia is going out sometime soon. And should be able to slaughter them. Until now. Suddenly she cannot. If I put 2 of them out, they can help, but it'll be way beyond that ability at some point here in the near future. So all I can do is... Oh, slow land isn't going gonna help me out. Stupid, stupid Dr. Suckit. Yeah, we've lost the momentum early here. All right, I'm gonna green up. We're gonna. I don't have enough to put 2 down. So what's gonna happen here? Thalia, just to make things a little bit more expensive, I guess. What do we got? Is this it's okay. That could be another white, which means next turn I could play 2 dudes. So my dual Thalia is not going to help at all. But yeah, we're way behind the 8 ball on the momentum. See, this can get rid of enchantments though, which will bring back the Thalia we got, but it'll cost me 2. Oh, and dual Thalias I can't do it because she's legendary, so that's not going to help out terribly much. What will help in this case? Righteous Valkyrie. Oh, I think. All right, that sucks. Yeah, I keep thinking I had 2 mana to play with, and I don't. Yeah, see, this is Naya Runes for you, and it bites, and I hope something in there gets banned because I refuse to play this deck, and it's just way too powerful. The only thing you can play against it is Control or other Naya Runes. You know, it's just not cool, dude. All right, here we go. There's a Thalia, and here comes a Prosperous Innkeeper. And what can I do here? I can disenchant. What looks back here? Anything worth getting? Trample. But he's got more than enough dudes at this point. I can only block 2 of them, and everything else can do at least 2 points of damage, which means I'm taking at least 4 points of damage. But I think I'll be able to limit this to where I will only take exactly 4 damage. Whatever, man. You can suck it. There you go. I win! Because he couldn't do negative damage to me. Defeat! Alright, so here is 4C Cleric Aggro. And, you know, against the games we played today, it did not do so well. One game we did, I guess, so well, the guy just left after I got my second Voice of the Blessed out. And, you know, that's probably the expectation you should get, because this does have the ability. This was, how do I say this? The life gain cleric deck. It was at one point the most vicious deck out there. It was horrible. But at this point, Naya Runes is by far way worse than it. So what seemed bad about this deck was there was a lot of potential for you to not get one of the cards that you kind of need to explode. I mean, there's a bunch of them in here. You know, Cleric of Lifespawn, the Moon Dancer, Voice of the Blessed. You know, altogether, what is that? That's 7, 8, 9. Those guys are great, and 9 is a lot, and you should be able to get a number of them. Yet what we're picking up all the time is Lunarch Veterans, and we're picking up Thalias, and we're picking up Prosperous Innkeepers. You ever notice how Prosperous Innkeepers are always in your opening hand? you'll have like 2 in your deck. There'll always be 1 in your opening hand, and you'll probably pull it like your 3rd draw as well. These guys always end up coming out like crazy. Righteous Valkyrie is a great card, and it comes out. But yeah, it's just this deck, maybe it's spread a little too wide, but I just wasn't able to get the pulls that we needed at the right time. The Hofri Ghostforge, that black deck was just too good. I mean, this was doing pretty well on that first game. And that first game we played against that black deck, I just think that black deck was space awesome. And it had the right cards at the right times, and you can't disparage a good black deck. So I'm going to say that deck was really good. And I think that this deck had the chops normally in that particular setup to do a really good job, but that deck just had all of this deck's answers. And then the last game we played against Nihilrunes, what can you do against Nihilrunes? What can you effing do? And the worst part about that one is that they had Nihilrunes control, where they had those enchantments that were taking out dudes, and that blew for us because it slowed us down in our when we had the ability. Plus, I made a mistake a couple times with using up my mana inappropriately or putting out slow lands by mistake. So I'm going to give it to this deck. I think it still has some good ability. I just think that things didn't work out well for me sometimes, and luck just isn't on your time. So I think this deck still could be a really good deck, and I personally am going to try playing this more in the future. I'm going to give it a few more plays, but it just, it was a little disappointing in these first 3 runs. So what was awesomely, Voice of the Blessed it seems way too powerful. I mean, in Alchemy, I would almost expect this dude to get choked back to he gains no more than once per turn. That's what I would do, because he could get up to Flying Vigilance level like in nothing, like on the turn he comes out. When we had out 2 Prosperous Innkeepers and a Lunarch Veteran, if we just had one more thing that gave us 1 more life, then he would have gotten 4 counters by putting himself into play, making him into a 6/6 flying vigilant creature who just needed haste from Hofri Ghostforge. So at which point he would have been a hasty 7/7 with trample and everything, right? It's just ridiculous. And this deck makes use of it. I think you can see that the real problem with this deck, okay, good, we just placed it, is the fact that without a couple of key cards, Voice of the Blessed being one of them, all the rest of the deck doesn't have a lot going for it. I mean, it's there, but then people just wipe the board, or you're forced to defend, and this deck is not good at defending. You can put some speed bumps in the way, but what you're really hoping for is that you're going to pound some dudes out, they're going to get swole, and you're going to be able to just come in and smack people around. But yeah, when you're not the first one to go, that's bad. When they have the ability to swell up faster than you, that's bad. So you got to take what you get. There's practically no control in this deck, so your only hope is just to get buff. Your biggest control is just gaining life like crazy, and then just swinging in with monsters. So anyways, I bet you in the future I'll have a lot more fun with this deck, and I would bet that you are going to have fun with it too. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.